I've turned into your nan.
Oh, okay.
Then you have to put the lid back on again. Now tell me why. There was nothing wrong with
Mother,
it.
what is the
lid.
meaning of life? What was the first gift Steve ever gave you? Now let's keep it clean, Mother.
Do you remember that pinky promise I made? Today's Garners Couch Club podcast is sponsored by Currencies Direct, helping you buy your dream home in Spain.
When you're moving money abroad, exchange rates really, really matter. And that's where Currencies Direct come in. You can get great rates, expert guidance, and no transfer fees.
They've got 20 branches across Spain and friendly teams ready to help you every step of the way.
So to register with Currencies Direct, all you need to do is go to our website, www.spanishpropertychoice. On the front page, you will find a link directly to Currencies Direct, and you just follow the instructions from there. It's very, very easy. Even Mother can do it. So thank you, Currencies Direct, for sponsoring this week's episode. Hello and welcome back to the Garners Couch Club podcast.
I'm Sharon and this is Sean from Channel 4 Sunseeing Selling Houses and Spanish Property Choice, located in Almeria and Costa del Sol.
And season 9, just round the corner.
Yeah.
Woo.
We start filming in, what, 2
don't
weeks?
remind me.
2 weeks.
No, don't remind me. We don't have enough time. I'm freaking out with everything we've got to do.
Yeah.
From work, podcasts, exhibitions. Yeah,
I know.
it's freaking me out a little bit. But
Well, actually, when you're watching this, we will be at the NEC in Birmingham, yeah?
yes.
Yeah?
No, not quite.
Oh, no. Oh, this is the later
We'll
one.
be packing our bags.
Oh, we'll be packing our bags. Okay. Right.
Anyway, so today's episode, you guys seem to really, really, really enjoy the Confessions of an Estate Agent episodes, where you ask us the questions and we answer them as honestly as possible. And before we get into it, how are you, Mother?
You really don't want to know today. I'm not
Why?
feeling the vibe today.
You're not feeling the vibe?
No. I've had an
what vibe?
epiphany.
That's always dangerous with you. Okay, right.
Well, actually, I don't know whether it's an epiphany or a nervous breakdown, but I'm sort of really, I don't know. This morning, I've had one heck of a morning, and everything that I've done, I've sort of overthought everything. But I've just had one of those mornings.
Right.
I've got a few things here, right, that I've realised I don't like change. I do not like change, and I also think I've turned into your nan.
Oh, okay.
Nan Mac I'm on about.
Okay. That's always okay. Right. Is that a good thing? Is it a bad thing?
It's a good thing in one way, but I've realised that I'm now talking the way that she used to talk. You know, the way she used to say about things, you know, back in the olden days. You know, how things are changing, and, you know, I'm starting to be that person, right? 3 simple things this morning, right? Give you for instance, right? This here, I'm not going to give the name of who it was, right? But I wanted to put some cream on my legs this morning, right? Don't know why, because I've got jeans on, but I wanted to put some cream on.
Right.
Right, now you'd think that was simple, wouldn't you? Right, so I bought some cream. It says skincare, right? And it's actually, I think it says actually 65 plus, I think.
Anti-age.
Right, but that's fair enough, right?
Right.
But watch, I'm just going to put my mic down just for 1 second. Put your arm out. Right. Now, I just want.
No one's going to be able to hear you.
Well, they're not going to be able to hear me, right? I just wanted to put some skin cream on.
Right, so... Mother, what is that? That's not skin
Exactly.
cream. Is this hair removal?
No.
It better not be hair removal.
Read it.
Oh, Mother, this is sensible zones. No, not sensible. That's the wrong word in English. Sensitive. It's for sensitive areas.
For sensitive areas.
Is this like...
What
What have you just put on my arm?
It says skin cream.
It says skin cream for sensitive areas.
So why does it have to be that thick? Where does it say? Hang on. Where
It
does
says
it say
for sensitive areas underneath skin cream. Mother, can you wipe it off my arm,
Zonas
please?
Sensibles. Oh yeah, yeah. Would you try getting it off then, son? Because I had to get back in the shower to get it off again because it wouldn't come off. Or where would
is
you put
it?
that then?
In sensitive areas.
Look, it doesn't come off. Look, it's like glue.
Oh God, is this like?
Honestly, no. All I wanted was soft, nice, shiny. Look,
Well,
you can't get it
yes,
off.
I can feel it's like clay.
It is. It's horrible.
Well, I'd say sensitive areas. Hang on, let's have
Well,
a
I wouldn't
little-
want to put that in a sensitive area.
Okay, so. I know it says for matured skins.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't understand. Maybe because you've got mature skin, it needs to be like a clay
What, to fill
consistency to fill all the cracks.
Fill all the cracks. Well, so that really bugged me, right? So I had to have 2 showers, right? Because I put that all over my leg. And it took me a good 10 minutes to get off, right? Then the next thing is, right, I want to brush my teeth. Okay?
Oh dear.
Now, why can't you open a tube of toothpaste, right? Squirt it on your toothbrush and brush your teeth?
Why can't you?
Because they put some stupid silver, whatever it is, on the end, so you can't squirt it. So I take the lid off this morning, squirt it on my toothbrush. This silver thing pops off the end of the tube, yeah, and the toothpaste goes everywhere.
I like the pressure of it.
Yes. So why can't they do a toothpaste, right? Why do you have to have a silver, right? Now, I don't know even if that silver bit of paper...
It's for hygiene, Mother.
Why
You
hygiene?
imagine getting your toothpaste from whatever supermarket, opening it and it just being open.
It comes in a box.
So I'm not going to open a box and contaminate the tube.
No, it's a seal box, right? And I don't understand it. You know, I grew up eating toothpaste. I used to literally eat toothpaste out of a tube.
That explains a lot.
Yeah,
That
but
really
you don't
explains
need a
lot.
silver cover on the end of a toothpaste, right? So that's the third thing. No, the second thing. Then the third thing.
I'm really glad I asked now.
Right. I wanted to wash my hands, right? Because I've got toothpaste all over the place, right? My legs were sore from scrubbing it off.
I know this one.
Oh, yes, you know this
Is
one.
this the one that makes you jump?
No, don't make a jump, right? But I just wanted soap, right? So when I went to the supermarket to buy a bar of soap, I couldn't buy a bar of soap. I had to buy a bottle of soap, right? Oh, but it's not just a bottle of soap. Put your hand out.
No,
Put your hand out. Now turn around the other way. Right. There you go. Is that soap or is that foam? Right?
Oh no.
Can you see what I'm on about?
Okay, so the time has finally come. Mother has lost.
I just don't understand
Lost
it.
it.
I do not understand it. Why can't you just go and buy what you want?
Oh, thanks.
Well, like you see, that's what happened to me this morning, right? I mean, again, you can't even wash your hands, look, without all this foam
It
going
smells
everywhere.
nice though. It smells like fruit. No, I know that soap because it scared me the last time I got it. I
So
thought it
you
was just
did
going
it.
to be liquid soap.
So why can't exactly? I just don't like all these changes, and it's really put me in a bad mood this morning.
It's not changes. It's evolution.
No rubbish.
The world evolves.
It
You
evolves.
imagine going back 50, 60 years when you were in your prime, or a
when
baby.
life was simple, and you know,
we didn't have mobile phones that we could film these podcasts on. We didn't have internet to be able to upload it to. We didn't have.
No, Son,
the
I
world
understand
evolves.
that. I know it evolves, and I know technology evolves, but why change things when it doesn't need changing? Why can't you just buy a bar of soap, or why can't, why do you have to have, on the end? Let me give you another example, right, very, very quickly. My hair colour, right?
He's natural black. Yes, we all know.
Which is another bone of contention, because people keep saying, it's black hair, Sharon's no good for you. You need to go lighter, right? I can't go lighter because black hair is really hard to get out your hair anyway. And because of the weight that I've lost, I'm on those tablets which are helping my hair grow back again. So the last thing I want to do is start putting any bleaches or anything on, right? So that's the first thing. But no, right, so sometimes I do have to put a colour on, right? And now the tube, right, used to have a lid that you could undo, and on the other side of it, it had like a little knobble, like a little piece of plastic. So you turn the lid round, screw it back in again, and it would open the hair colour for you. Oh, no, not now. Oh no! What they've done now is they've added a piece of plastic. So there's a plastic ring now, not in the lid. You have to take the lid off. You have to take this little plastic ring off, right? Which, I mean, the damage that's going to do to the planet, I do not know. Then you have to put the lid back on again. Now tell me why. There was nothing wrong with it.
What is the meaning of life? Who knows? No one knows. I will say, if I've got one thing that really does my head in that I don't understand why it's changed, is why bottle lids now are attached to the bottle. That does my head in.
Yeah, it does your head in. It really
does my head in.
I can see the point in that. It's to stop the bottle lid coming off, because obviously it's dangerous. It is dangerous. You find a lot of lids everywhere, don't you? But the thing is, people still pull them off. They still pull them off. They don't, because it's attached.
I love the fact I gave you one example and straight away you defended it. After going on a rant about foaming soap, hygienic toothpaste, and anti-aging cream. Mother, never...
I understood why they did that. I thought, that's probably a good idea. But people still pull them off.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyway, so really, I've really this morning, honestly, I'm not kidding you. I've just had one of them mornings where I've thought everything I'm looking at, I just want to go back 50 years because life was so much simpler, and it wasn't so annoying. I find life really annoying at the minute.
I can tell. And I know something was up because I didn't get a drink today.
Oh, yeah.
I've got no coffee. I've got nothing. It's just Sean, drink the water out of my artificial plants. That was what I've got today.
Well, I'm just in one of them moods. I mean, Jenny's just gone, my sister's just gone back home. She's been here on a holiday for a week, and I'm always touchy when she goes back home because, I like the company anyway. Mind you, we did have a laugh the other day, and funny enough, this T-shirt did make me laugh, right? This T-shirt, me and Jenny bought one. Jenny had a white one,
right,
and I had a brown one. Can you see all that wording on the front?
Yeah.
As true as I'm sitting here now, we were down at Blush in Albox having a meal, right? So we were talking about these T-shirts. So your dad says, I'll scan it, the way you translate it on to see what nationality it was. And as true as I'm sitting here, I swear this, it come up with the menu for the... I swear, he translated it and it come up with a menu for a Chinese restaurant.
Oh, no. So you don't even know what it says?
I don't know what it says, but it takes you to a full menu. I don't know. Honestly, I swear that did make me laugh. I must be honest with you. So yes, that's
okay.
Yeah. So there's been a few good things this week, but this morning it's just really ground on me. Grinded. Whatever. I had an epiphany. And I was just thinking back to Nan Mac, and the way she used to sit there and she used to say, back in the olden days, life was simple. You only had, they didn't even have telly. And I mean, when we got telly at my age, we only had 4 channels. Yeah? Now you got, 5,000 channels to choose from.
Wow. So... Have you had your tablets this morning, Mother? I tell you what, you are on one. On one. Well, I'm really glad this was a Confessions of an Estate Agent episode because it's turning to Sunday Rants with Sharon. I've
had to get it off my chest. I'm sorry, I've had to get it off my chest because it's honestly, me, normally.
Looney? Yeah, we know.
No, I'm normally very upbeat.
Right,
But...
unlock your laptop, please.
Oh, right.
Because let's
you see, it's simple that, you're unlocking your laptop. You know, I mean, you can't just open a laptop now. You've got to put your fingerprint on there now. I mean, it's just, you know, nothing simple anymore, is it?
It's not often, but I am lost for words. Right, anyway, so we... How am I meant to carry on from that?
If there's any questions there that are going to set me off, just be careful.
Lord. Yeah, we normally have to be in the mood to do these videos, and I think we are 100% in the right mood. Right, okay, so... I don't know where to even go. Okay, so we asked everyone on Instagram. We asked everyone on Instagram and Facebook to, or should I say, Mother asked everyone on Instagram and Facebook to ask us your hard-hitting questions, anything you wanted to know. And thank you to every single person that did respond. We will not be able to get through them all because we got an incredible amount of answers. So we will just be randomly selecting any questions. Okay, so let's start with Instagram. So we have, let's have a look. Okay, so Seri6897 asked, why did you settle in Almeria? We looked at they are looking at areas to relocate. So what was the reason that...
The reason that we settled in Almeria? Yeah. Well, obviously we came over 20 years ago, so it was a different world back then, even 20 years ago.
They came on horse and carriage.
They had donkeys in the streets and... No, again, this brings me back to what we were just talking about. We wanted to, because we knew we were bringing you and Emma over, we wanted you to experience a true slice of Spain and Spanish traditions. And, we knew most of the touristy areas of Spain because we'd obviously been there. But I think the thing is with Almeria, it was still developing, which it has developed massively in the last 20 years. But it still had the core traditional Spanish values that we were looking for. And that's why we settled here.
It was quite unusual though, because most of our holidays in Spain was the islands, wasn't it? We'd always gone to the islands. So I think mainland Spain, it was a shock sort of why you chose. Well, no, I mean, Almeria especially, because back 20 years ago, Almeria wasn't even on the map, was it?
Well, that's it. No. This is what I was saying. I mean, yes, we did the islands every year, and obviously, we did areas like Salou and all the north of Spain and your Costa del Sols and that. But Almeria was just that little bit in the middle that we found. And I think the thing is as well, I think the house prices as well were really, really good, which they always have been. Yeah. I mean, you've got to admit, Almeria, in my opinion, has the best value when it comes to properties, and I think we've shown that on the show. We just came at the right time, right place, and we wanted, as I said, we didn't want the holiday sort of experience. We wanted to live real Spain, I suppose. Yeah.
Well, partially connected to that, we've got a question from Little Baines, which is, what village would you recommend for me to be on my own? I like my own space to be in. So that's a hard question because really it depends what kind of lifestyle you're looking for, doesn't it? Well,
I think it is all down to lifestyle. I mean, we only live 3 kilometres out of Albox. But Albox is what it says on the tin. It's a typical working Spanish town that's developed certainly over the last 20 years. I mean, it's incredible the way it's developed. But it's still retained its character. But, we live 3 kilometres out of there. And, when you look outside here now, you could be in the middle of nowhere, I think it's not a case of living on your own. I think it's just finding the right location that you feel comfortable in, and having a decent plot of land. I think, if you want to be on your own, then you don't want to be on a development in Arbeláez,
Yeah, it depends what they mean as well by liking their own space. Because, you know, for me, for example, I love my own space. I love my own company. I love peace and quiet. So I live in that kind of setting, but I live in an apartment. So, you know, I can't go to the pool without seeing someone, and I can't pretty much sit on my terrace without someone, you know, my neighbours are there. So I suppose it depends what you mean by your own space, because you either want to be out in the countryside on your own, or you want to be somewhere where at least you've got your own property, like your own privacy. I don't know. It's
difficult because if you go into the villages, you know yourself, come 2:00 of an afternoon, it's like a ghost town. I mean, you are on your own. You know, everybody sort of locks themselves away. They're having their lunches, having their siestas, you know, and then sort of 9 o'clock of a night time, you go down into the village, and, you know, you can go down there and, you know, they're all on the plathers and having meals, so you can go and join them, you know. So it is difficult. I mean, obviously I'm going to recommend sort of this area because we live in Albox area.
Yeah.
But the one thing that Albox area does give you, it does give you the space that you need, and a good proximity to all the amenities that you need.
Because another area which we're really successful in is, and not everyone realises, but on our website you can actually search under the province of Murcia as well. Yeah. Because just outside of the border of Almería, which is only half an hour away from us, we have some amazing places like Puerto Lumbreras, Lorca. And what's really interesting in those areas is when they were building, you had to have a minimum of 5,000 square metres of land. Yeah. So the plots there are big, you know.
And I think at one point it was 20,000 square metres.
Yeah, further up into the hills.
You know,
so that's an area anyone that comes to me, I think it doesn't always pop up immediately in their search, because on the website, if you search in Almería, it's not going to come up. But if you open or slightly broaden the search into Murcia, we cover that area as well. And you can get some fantastic properties there. Yeah. Really nice big properties with nice big plots of land.
Yes, where you can be on your own.
Yes. Another question from Julie Marie Roberts is Sean in a relationship now and happy? Well, just to touch on the subject, yes, I am. For anyone that follows the show or follows me on social media, life's been interesting, hasn't it?
Yes, it has, son. Yes, but for the good, really. I mean, I've seen a huge change in you. You are a lot calmer. You're a lot happier. You're out and about. You're just more contented.
Yeah, I think it's a really hard subject because obviously we put a lot out in the public eye, and I chose to share so much of my past relationship on national television. Yeah. So, you know, I expect everyone has an opinion, and I get questioned pretty much on a daily basis about my relationship status. But for anyone watching this, if you are interested, yes, I am in a new relationship. We are very, very happy. I'm keeping it a little bit more personal this time. I'm not sharing as much, just to protect, I think, my own sanity and my relationship. So, yes, he's... Yes.
Yeah. So
I'm
the
very
answer to that is Sean is very, very happy.
I am very, very, very happy. Am I blushing? I'm like, right. Okay. Next question from Peter Day. This is a good one. Do you have any properties around €30,000? Now, not many, but I actually had an offer on a property, one of the last remaining properties of that sort of budget, the property in Saron, you know, the one with the blue door. Yeah. So we have a property in Saron. Now, it's a project, you know, it needs some renovations, and it needs the vision that you always say. It's on the market at €34,000. I had an offer this week. Unfortunately, the purchaser's waiting to sell a property, so they can't move on it straight away. But for anyone that's looking for that ideal, you know, Spanish townhouse with a project, it's a steal. Yeah. It's a bargain.
But they are very few and far between now. to be fair.
Yeah, I mean, we're not going to say, yes, you can get, your villas with pools for that sort of money, and even townhouses or village houses now. It's normally, for that sort of money, Peter, it's a project.
Yeah.
It's a doer-upper, for sure. And I suppose let's touch on the subject about prices, because the way things are going at the minute, prices are on the rise. If you're looking to buy in Spain, don't hang about, because they are on the up, and
that is purely down to a supply and demand issue.
Of course,
certainly in the Almeria region. Costa del Sol, I've noticed the market is actually flooded down there. There are so many properties on the market, but here in Almeria we are struggling, and obviously there's a limited amount you can buy, and unfortunately that tends to push the prices up.
Yeah, I mean, what's really unusual though is how you'd think, with everything that's going on in the world at the moment, and the fact the prices are going up and there's less available, you'd think people wouldn't be buying, but it's the opposite.
Yeah.
We are we are
I think,
desperate.
I think maybe there's quite a few people out there that's had an epiphany recently.
Really?
And have just come to the point where they've just thought, I am just so fed up, and I need a change in life and a change in lifestyle. And they're just doing it.
And they're just getting here whilst they
can. And
can.
honestly, son, I'm not just saying it. When you do get to my age, I know we talk about, we're getting older and,
You called me almost 40 last week, Mother.
You are
I'm not far
almost 40.
behind. I'm not even halfway through my 30s yet.
But you see, when you do get to this age, you do start thinking about things completely different.
Yeah.
And sometimes it takes that push to make you do it, I mean, there's always going to be some sort of barrier put up. It doesn't matter what it is, whether it was Brexit, whether it was, they're talking about this new 100% tax and that, which I'm not getting into, because we don't know whether it's going to happen. I mean, we said that, Brexit may not happen, and it did, but, once that's out the way, there'll be something else, so there'll always be a barrier. It's whether you're prepared to push through that barrier and just give it a go, and that's what me and your dad did, and we've never looked back. And I'm not saying it's amazing for everybody, because sometimes it doesn't work, but, yeah.
It's worth the go.
You've just got to have a go, yeah.
Next question is from Carol Shepherd, and she's asked, when are you in Birmingham? Perfect question to ask, Carol. So we are, by the time you're watching this, we are flying to Birmingham tomorrow.
Yeah.
We are coming over to the NEC, A Place in the Sun exhibition. I'm excited and nervous all at the same time, because we haven't done one now in 6 years.
6 years. We've not needed to do. Well, we don't really need to do any exhibitions, because that's the one thing we're really lucky. We've got clients, and mostly when you do an exhibition, it's because you're out there looking for clients.
Yeah.
For us, we need the properties really, rather than
Well, we're doing it a slightly different angle this time. We're doing it more of, if you want to list your property with us, we're purposely going to this exhibition to get your property showcased, to get it seen.
Yeah.
I mean, what better way to do it than physically be in a different country and talk about your property? And we're so excited to meet everyone as well. Really, really, really excited.
Yeah. Well, it's also to promote the fact, the reason that we chose to do it this year is because we're well known for selling properties in the Almeria region. But this gives us a really good opportunity to promote our Costa del Sol region.
Yes.
John from our Costa del Sol region will be coming with us, along with Andrea. We are really looking forward to meeting everybody again.
Well, the last one we did was 2019, and then obviously the pandemic happened, so we had to cancel them. for at least 2, even the third year, we were still like, it's not quite the time yet. And then we were filming, weren't we, during the last one? Yeah. So it's the first year really we've been able to come back, but we are, very, very, very excited. But I'm nervous because I remember the one in 2019.
Dear me.
How busy, and that
incredible.
was 6 years ago. So it's another 6 years of TV show. It's another 6 years of building our client base.
And we're going home.
And we're going home.
Birmingham is home. Somebody said to me, actually on Facebook this morning, on that post about being at the NEC, and I said we're coming home. And somebody said, jokingly, not nastily, although you lived in Cannock. Well, yeah, I was born, at the end of the day, I was born in Birmingham. Most of my family live in Birmingham. I think I'm probably related to most of Birmingham. But, we lived in Cannock before we came here, yes. So, but what do they say? You can take the girl out of Brum, but you can't take Brum out of the girl. And that is it. I will always be a Brummie, sorry.
Yeah, although I sound like a Brummie, technically I'm not, because I was born in Stafford and I've lived in Spain for 20 years, so... Yeah. Okay.
Somebody asking why they're putting different lids on toothpaste.
No, funnily enough, we didn't get asked that one.
Oh,
no. Why is soap foamy nowadays? No, Betty Wollstonholme, I think.
Yeah.
Sorry, Betty. Has asked, and lots of people have asked, I'm only seeing the old series. When can we see some more of the new ones? Yes, so series 8... came out, 2 months ago now? 3 months ago? And everyone, I don't know what it was, everyone said it flew by.
Yeah.
Like, literally.
Well, some people said that they'd only watched 5 episodes. Where's the rest gone?
No.
Well, I know that we were definitely in 14 of them, so...
Yeah. But it did, though, didn't it? I mean, it's an unusual programme because it's aired every day, every weekday.
Yeah.
So I think people think, a new series is coming and they expect it to be on for months, but within a month, that's it. A whole series is done. Yeah. And then I think by the time people were catching up on the episodes, they'd already finished, and then they'd gone back to, was it like series 3?
I think they mixed them up a bit, to be honest with you. I mean, at the end of the day, we've got 8 series in the bag now, so they are going to keep repeating them. I think we'd love it to be on more and more, but it's just physically, how do you do it? Because it can take 4 to 6 months to film, and then we have to wait for Channel 4 to get the right slot. But, if it was on more than it's on now, we would literally be doing it full time. I mean, we wouldn't, there's no way that we could. I think that's the difference. If I can sort of say this without it coming across wrong, we're always compared to A Place in the Sun. And we've always worked with A Place in the Sun, as you know. But the difference is, A Place in the Sun, their presenters are presenters. They are paid, that's their job, they're paid as presenters. We're not like that. We're not paid for a start, and that, people know that now. We are, the cameras are following us doing our day-to-day job. This is what we do. So it's completely different. I mean, if we were paid as presenters, I'd work every day, and there'd be a lot more series. But unfortunately, it's following our day-to-day job, You agree?
I do.
Yeah.
I do indeed.
Yeah.
Next question... I don't know if I want to ask this. So, Noeline Wilkie Smith has asked, what was the first gift Steve ever gave you? Now, let's keep it clean, Mother.
Do you remember that pinky promise I made? Do you know, the first gift that your dad gave to me was a pair of white stiletto heels.
Oh, no, that explains so much. Right, okay.
That was the first gift he bought me.
Why would he be like...
Because
I
they were
think I love
sexy.
you. Here's some stiletto shoes.
Because I asked him for them. We were out, and I really liked these. I think the heels were, they must have been 5 or 6 inches. I mean, they were really high. I used to wear, back in the day, white shoes and a white handbag, and you were set.
No.
Yeah, I've actually got something freaky to show you a bit later.
Right. What do you want to say?
No, I just thought of something. I actually did something the other day. There was a picture of me when I first met your dad, and we were talking about AI and we were playing with AI.
Yeah.
Well, I was playing with AI, and it was frightening. But anyway. Going back to it, back in the day, the first gift Steve bought me was a pair of white stiletto heels. And then the second gift was, again, how freaky is that? I only got it out of the jewellery box about a week ago to show Alithia. And I've promised it to Alithia, when I go, she can have it. It's a 9-carat gold watch, but it's... Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, this episode is just...
It's going to be weird. Well, I told you it was one of them days, I'm telling you.
Next question is from Susan Scott, and she's asked, have you ever taken a dislike to a client?
Yes.
Now, I think if we're just being really
Absolutely.
honest, we could sit here and say, no, we love
everybody.
everyone.
No, that's not true.
Yeah, I think for me, the biggest thing is respect.
Respect.
Like anyone that comes into our office, I'm there to help you and provide you with a service. But the second you disrespect me personally, the family, the business, staff of ours, that's when I just start to I start to switch off. I don't think I'm ever rude back, but I can just very quickly sort of think, no, I don't understand people that take that or have that mentality. You're coming in, especially people that are coming in to ask for our help, whether it be, can you help me sell my house or can you help me find a house?
Yeah.
If they're rude or just very disrespectful, straight away I'm like, I struggle. I really struggle.
I ditto that, because that's exactly how I feel. Being respectful to people, you might not be happy with them, or you might have had a bad day like I've had today, like I've had this morning, but I'll keep a smile on my face this afternoon, when I'm talking to clients and that. There's no need. And I think that's what, again, going back to what I've been saying, the whole start of this is, things have changed so much now. People think they can talk to you like dirt. Certainly estate agents, it's like, I'm paying you to do a job. Well, you are paying me to do a job, but you're not paying me until I've actually sold the house, and then you've paid me.
Yeah.
Until then, I'm spending my money, my time, my staff, my petrol, my car, my minutes of my life trying to help you sell your house. And I do find most of the time it's from vendors rather than purchasers, to be honest with you.
But then again, it's that sort of, I think it's the way that they look at estate agents. We're providing them with a service, but sometimes I think the attitude can be like, we owe them something. Or, it's like our fault if their house doesn't sell. And that's one thing, whenever I'm doing, I call it my pitch, but really whenever I'm like trying to speak to an owner and I really want to list their property, I'm never going to guarantee to sell your house. But the one thing we're always very, very confident in saying is that we will give you the best exposure. No one can touch us on exposure that we can get for any of our listings, with our advertising, the amazing exposure with the TV.
And it's positive exposure, because the thing is, the way I look at it, if you look at most of the forums, no disrespect to the other agents again, but you see these agents, they're posting on all the different forums, the properties, etc. But you look at the
The engagement.
The engagement. They don't, some of them don't even get one like. So they're not being read. They're not being, they're not being seen. They might be, spending their time doing that. But what we do, we get out there. That's why we do the show. We put ourselves out there to try and help sell our properties. We never wanted to be TV stars or, famous. And, it's your worst nightmare.
It was always in the benefit of the business
and our
and it
properties.
Still is. Yeah.
Exactly. So when we ask for properties and we want to showcase them, and same with the clients, we want to make sure that we've got the properties there to offer the best portfolio we can. And going back to respect again, I had an email a few months ago about a member of staff. And this email said that I went into one of your offices and I spoke to a certain person, whether it be lady or female, I'm not going to say.
Lady or female?
Lady or female? Oh, yeah. Lady. Well, you never know now. You can identify as a carrot if you want to. It's up to you. But I'm just, whatever. But they... Don't start me on that, son. Anyway, go back to my story. Right? So I had this email to say that these people had been into the office. Stop it! Don't start me on that, Sean. I'm like, right. So they've been into the office and. They got a very, very small budget, and that's why when you said 30,000 earlier on, right, it was very, very close to that, right? Now, they were emailing me to complain that this person, or this carrot, right, wasn't interested, right? Wasn't interested and didn't help, right? And when I looked into it and I checked all the data and what had been written in and spoke to the person that was involved, that it wasn't that they weren't interested. It was physically what the people wanted was unachievable. It was never going to happen. Yeah, but they wanted a big plot of land. They wanted no work to be done. They wanted room for a pool and.
But that's partially as well. I think no one likes to be told that then. Potentially not wrong, but we get it all the time, even with vendors. Sometimes I pride myself in my valuations. I always try and be as spot on as possible. I'll really do my research when I'm valuing a house. And then, if an owner comes and says, oh, well, Joe Bloggs down the road has valued it much, much higher.
Yeah.
And then it goes on the market and it sits there for a year. Yeah. And you think... But the defence that they get straight away of, oh, well, you're not telling me what I want to hear, and they get defensive or rude about it, and and
ironically, we see it all the time. We were talking about it recently. You'll see that property go on the market at that higher price, and then blow me, within a few weeks it's come down 10,000, and then it'll come down another 10,000, and then by the time that it's got to that it's been on the market 6 months, it's normally lower than what you originally estimated at. So it's frustrating, but yes, I forgot what the original question was.
No idea.
I think it was about people, anybody ever being rude to us or anything like that,
yes.
Wasn't it? Yeah.
Right, so final question, because we've been waffling. So Kevin Kulik, I want to say. I shouldn't be reading these questions out because I'm terrible at names. Kevin would like to know, when the clients get shown the 3 houses and they get told the price, does that include all the add-ons that the buyers have to pay? Now, he said like the 15%. So there's a couple of points we need to touch on with this. Yeah. The first thing, Kevin, is depending where you're buying in Spain depends on your own costs. So Almeria is still the cheapest province when it comes to your own costs. We still have maintained 7% purchase tax, depending again on the value of the property and whether it's a resale or a new build. But in general, it's 7% plus your legal fees, so it adds up to around about 10% as your own costs. There are other provinces that are more expensive than that, but again, just sort of do your research into it when you're searching. But no, your on costs are on costs. So they're always on top of the marketed price that you're seeing for the property.
Yeah, but the people do get told all the on costs. You know, the solicitor's fees, the notary fees, the land registry fees, and the what else is it? I forgot.
Notary?
Did I say notary anyway?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's sort of like a package. Now, this is a really good time for me to point something out because something's happened this week, and it's very, very rare this happens, but it has happened. We sold a property very cheaply. Very cheaply. It was an absolute steal. And unfortunately, they've not been able to complete yet because the cadastral value of the property, once the solicitors had done the work that they had to do, the land registry and the cadastral, the house was actually worth double to what they'd paid. So I think they'd paid something like 65,000, and I think the valuation that came back from the cadastral and the land registry was 140, which is fantastic because they've got an absolute steal. But what they didn't know on top of that was obviously that affects the tax. So I think it worked out they've got to pay another 5,000 tax.
The solicitors tend to advise that, don't they?
Well, that's it. The solicitors advised that when it happened, but unfortunately, when you're working on a very, very tight budget, which these clients were, that €5,000 is a lot of money. You know, so again, when you put an offer in for a property and you do what you need to do and you're talking to your solicitor, then maybe that's something that you need to check before you finalise everything because, I mean, it's a wonderful thing. I mean, they could literally buy that house, put it back on the market tomorrow at 140,000 and make a huge profit, you know. But to buy it, it's cost them another €5,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's something to consider when you're looking at a lower budget because, things that are mega, mega cheap.
Yeah.
Regardless of the condition, the cadastro don't take that into consideration. They see how many square meters, depending on the location, they put their own value on it. So you're going to get a bargain to purchase, but the tax side of things.
And let's make this clear: as an agent, we have no input in that whatsoever. That's not something that we have the privilege of knowing.
Well, we don't know the calculations. Each town hall has say that again.
Yeah.
Each town hall has a specific calculation based on a certain figure, a percentage that they work out the value of each house. So we don't know that.
No,
that's down to each town hall. But
but that's right. So do you think we've covered everything?
I think, we scraped through that episode.
Do you think I've got through the meltdown?
I'm not quite sure.
Yeah.
I don't think it's the end of it. I mean, who dare make a soap foamy? Who in their right sane mind?
Yeah. I know. And who?
Anyway.
Who? I mean, how big an area, a sensitive area, are you going to need to? I mean, a tub that big, and with that, I mean, is your arm still greasy? Isn't it horrible?
It's not great. Yeah.
So
let's
I'm
not
going to
show
have
the brand though, because let's not bash them.
No, I won't show the brand.
It's a lovely cream for anyone out there.
Anyone out there that's got a sensitive area over 65. Yeah, but to get it off, it'd hurt because you got to scrape it off.
So whoever this brand is, if you want to sponsor us, we'd love to. No, we cannot be bought.
I've just thought actually, it's like a drapeline. Was it drapeline?
I don't know what drapeline is.
Yeah, drapeline. I think that's what I used to put on your bum.
No, the grey bottle, the grey.
That was Sudocrem.
Yeah.
No, but I think it was called drapeline when you were born. Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, if any of them ones wanted, they're really good.
Anyway, guys, we really, really, really hope you've enjoyed this episode of Confessions of an Estate Agent.
Listen, if you'd like to sponsor us, please get in touch.
Apart from that brand. No, thank you all so much. If we didn't get round to answering your question, we will keep them back for next episode of Confessions of a of an estate agent. I forgot what we were then. Just so you also know, we do put these... I can't stop thinking of the cream. Just so you do know, on our YouTube channel for the podcast, we do put these episodes in a playlist. So if you want to watch all of our Confessions of an Estate Agent videos, they are in a playlist that you can go and watch. And if you want to ask questions in the future, make sure you're following us over on our Instagram and our Facebook pages, because that's where we take your questions from. So they're linked down in the description below.
Yeah, if you agree or disagree with anything that I've said this morning, then please feel free to drop me a message on Facebook. But I'm sure people of my age group will be with me today. I'm sure they will.
Yeah. Well, if you are with Mother, you are more than welcome to leave a comment below. If you agree with any of our points of views, please make sure, as always, you like this video. It means a lot for you to like, and to also subscribe. Because then
free.
For
it
free.
Doesn't cost you anything.
Yes.
But yeah, if you would subscribe, that would really help us. It helps. What is it? See, it's all this modern rubbish again, isn't it? It's all algorithms and all that.
It's all algorithms.
Rubbish.
No, it really, really helps, because it helps push our videos, and it also shows how many of you are watching.
Yeah.
So
actually, before we go, I've just thought of one positive thing that I think has been a major improvement in life. Plasters.
Yeah, to you too.
Yeah, no, look at my finger. See, you can't even see it, can you?
What?
Look. I actually pulled my nail back.
Oh, it's one of the...
Yeah?
Ooh.
Sorry, I've got to do this, but if you want to see...
No, blur that out, Sammy.
No, look,
do that on YouTube.
It's a plaster.
Hold all fingers up there.
Right, I'll put all my fingers up, look. The middle finger... See, you can't even tell. So that's been an advancement. Plasters. Well done, plasters.
I literally feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone today. Right. Guys, I really hope you enjoy this episode as much as we did.
And I hope you've had a tingle.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.